I'm Punakirti BL. Welcome to my Python for Generative AI learning series. In this series, we are focusing on Python basics that will help us to build a strong foundation for implementing generative AI concepts. So let's dive in and start today's session. Today's topic is master Python file writing like modes, methods and examples. So let's start with introduction. In earlier lessons, we focused on how to read information from files. Now we will take the next step and learn how to write data into text files using Python. Writing to files is useful when you want your program to save results, generate logs, store user input and create new data. In this lesson, we look at writing text to a new file, understanding write mode versus append mode, adding multiple lines, combining reading and writing, controlling where text gets inserted using file cursor. By the end, you will know exactly how to store information in files without losing existing data. Let's start with writing to a file, write mode that we call it as W. To write text into a file, we open it using open function and use the write method. Let's try this. And so in my code, when I check, so my file already created, I am deleting it as of now because I will tell why I am deleting. So it's deleted. Now I am working with open my file.text w as f.write hello. So when I run this, so if I refresh, my file.txt is created now, and when I click here, it has contains hello. How it is created? Let's understand. Key points. The W mode means write mode. If the file does not exist, Python creates it automatically. If the file already exists, Python erases its current contents and start fresh. Let's see that one. As of now, we saw when we deleted this file and when we run this code, automatically it will create it and added hello. So now I want to add, so welcome to Python file. So this is my code already in our data. When we run, so when we open, we have hello, it is there. When we run, so it is successfully run and I am refreshing this file, you are able to see hello is replaced with or overwritten with welcome to Python file data. That's right. Now the write method replaces exactly the text you give into the file. We did that one. Now you can understand important note. New lines are not automatic. So when you use dot write hello, Python does not add a new line for you. If you want to next text to appear on a new line, you must add /n. Oh, how it is? Let's see with some example. What I will do, I will take this example. New line is how it will look. So I will remove this one. Then I will remove /n. Then let's write. So we know when we run this, it will overwrite welcome to Python file will replaced with first line, second line. But first line should become here, second line should come. We are using multiple lines here. So I'm using /n and /n here. Now you are able to see when I run. So first line, second line, both are written in different lines. So this is how new lines are automatically, we are not automatically how to add new lines in our code to write it in new line. Let's understand adding multiple lines at once. Instead of calling write multiple times, you can write a long multi-line string. Here we are able to see here multiple times I have used and also I added /n for new line. But in a single line, how to add that one? Now we can open a file, again run that. So what I am doing, so now you are able to see my example. This is the code. So we wrote first line /n, second line, third line, fourth line. Okay, now when we run, let's see the output. Now the output will be, see, in the single line I pass this all the text with /n, automatically new line is created and the data is added. In this way we can add. So this gives the same result as two separate write calls. So we added 4 write calls into one single line. Next, preserving existing content, that we call it as append mode A. Sometimes you want to add new information to the end of existing file instead of replacing it. For that we use append mode. So how to add? We already see here the data is like this: first line, second line, third line, fourth line. Now we need to add a data like another note. Another note should be added into fifth line. How we can add? We can add like this f dot write another, but we are opening it as a mode. That's why we are able to append that. We're able to see fourth line after fourth line another note is added. If I add another note to again, so after that another note it should append another note to. Now you are able to see how to append the data without overwriting the text. So we can understand what append mode does. Creates the file if it does not exist. Adds new text to the end. Never deletes or replaces anything already written. This is useful for logs or anytime you want to keep all previous data. Reminder, appending also does not insert new lines automatically. Use /n when needed. We already did that one. Now reading and writing together. We call it as arcless mode. Sometimes we need to read what's already in the file and then insert or modify text. For that purpose, Python has R+ mode. What are the characteristics of R+? Let's understand. You can read and write using same file object. The file must already exist. Writing starts from current cursor position, beginning by default. Example, adding text at the start. Let's track this. As of now, file already exists. So in our path, I'm coding. You're able to see here. So with open my file.txt, it is already exist R+ mode and f.write new start line. So when I run, now I refresh the file. Now you are able to state new start line added at the first. Okay. So this places the new line at the beginning and pushes the existing content forward. Next, moving the file cursor with seek. Writing does not always have to happen at the start or end. Python lets you move to any position using seek. How it works? The first character is at position 0. We already know that. So with open myfile.txt r plus as of. Okay, we can try this one. So this hello. So already we know this is our text. So this is 0th position. After 10th position, data will be inserted. How it will be inserted? As of now, this data is there. So what I am doing for that code only, after seek we are using here seek. We opened in R+ mode. Seeking means moving from the 0th location to 10th index, and we are adding that one. So when we run and refresh, we come to no. So when I refresh, you are able to see we start new start. After that, hello is added and line. Okay, in this way we can see. So what it does, we can understand. This writes hello starting at the actually 10th position, 10th character of the file. Visual example, imagine file start with like this. Then seek if you are using XYZ, so XYZ will start with AJH. Because writing replaces characters from the cursor onward. Reading after moving the cursor. I want to read after from the 10th character. Okay, so what we are going to do, first what I did, I will run like this reading. I will comment this as of now. So let's see how it will print and whatever data we can see. We are able to see new start hello line. Okay, this code only I will run. We can see the output both. So fseek I'm using from the 10th character it should. So from hello it should start. As of now it has contains new start. It should be replaced. Now we are able to see new started skipped because it is started reading from hello. 10th character seek is used. Okay, next this prints everything from the position 10 to the end. Let's wrap up with summary. In this lesson you learned how to write text to files using W. How W mode is writing mode. How writing in W mode replaces the whole file. How to add new content without overwriting using a append method. Append mode. How to read and write in the same file using R+ mode. How to insert text at specific position with seek function. Why /n is required to create new lines. Okay, these all we learned. So these tools give you full control when creating or updating files in Python, and they form a foundation for logging systems, report generators, data processing scripts and more. So thank you for watching today's session. This is part of Python for Generative AI learning series. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Also feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. The link is in description. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.